At IA Watch's recent Washington conference, cybersecurity burned as a hot topic. We took the opportunity to ask your compliance peers what they're doing about their firm's cybersecurity.
We recognize that our biggest threat is coming from inside our organization out. So the things that our employees might download by clicking on a link in their email poses the greatest risk to our company. So we're doing a lot of training and a lot of testing to make sure that our employees know to never, ever click on that link in an email.
Kelly's firm also has hired a vendor to monitor its computer system for signs of intruders. Others at the conference told of contracting with vendors to do penetration testing. Matthew Asia's Tito Humbra subscribes to having robust policy and procedures and conducting testing. He also stresses watching your service providers.
As a mutual fund advisor, a lot of cybersecurity controls actually depends on our service providers. So on an annual basis, I will actually review their cybersecurity process in an in-person meeting as part of my due diligence. We would actually, as part of the due diligence on sub-advisor, I think it's a really good idea to meet the person who's responsible for cybersecurity. I don't think that's the CCO. It's really the technology people. So when you do your due diligence, you want to meet the people who are heading up technology, the people who are involved with the day-to-day data protection and IT infrastructure. So that's what I think is critical, and obviously get some independent reports from them. If they do independent testing, I think ask for them to give you an assessment.
One speaker at the conference, Advisor Solution Group's Craig Watanabe, has studied cybersecurity extensively. He shared many best practices. His featured defense, enterprise-wide encryption.
You need to encrypt data in motion and data at rest. How they will typically work is, one way is you have to protect your encryption key, and a lot of them, they'll have their encryption key on a flash drive. And so first thing when an employee comes to work in the morning, they have to plug their encryption key into a USB drive, and then they can manipulate the files and everything as normal. They won't notice anything different. But then when they pull that key out, all those files are actually encrypted because they removed the key now. And so if someone hacked into the system and was surfing around, in the network, they wouldn't be able to decrypt those files without the encryption key.
Of course, SEC exams were raised at the IA Watch conference. If you don't happen to have a cybersecurity policy and procedure, point to other P&Ps that envelop the topic. That's what consultant Karen Huey does for her clients who are being examined.
And so when the SEC or a state regulator asks, well, what's your cybersecurity policy? What we do is to assist our clients in writing a response that gives a summation of the number of different policies that all together and collectively make up their cybersecurity initiative in the firm.
We also heard from the SEC's Dan Call, who said don't expect any regulations from the SEC anytime soon regarding cybersecurity, meaning that you're probably going to want to work around OC's recent cyber alert. Reporting from Washington, I'm IA Watch publisher Carl Ayers.